mental game of football. Don't really know where to start. What was the overriding emotion after that one?
It's really difficult to explain. Really difficult, no? There were moments, even in the stoppage time, where you wanted the game to finish because it's okay. At the end, you take 1 point, but the next 10 seconds you were wait, because we are very close of scoring, and then the momentum goes for us, and then you lose the ball, and then maybe it's better it finishes. A lot of up and downs. Normally, 4-4, they always say, no, the managers don't like this kind of games because there are huge mistakes. It's 1 point for us, it's not a lot, but we also enjoy the game. We've gone behind. I think if you ask me about the football side, I think United has been much better than us the first 20 minutes until we changed Alex Jimenez, and then we control better this side with Amad and Mbeumo, and from there I think I finished quite happy with the performance, with the mistakes, with especially the second goal. We conceded a corner when we were playing better, probably with the 1-1 and finishing strong the first half, and you concede this sloppy goal. But overall I finished happy, apart from these 20 minutes where they've started much better than us.
And what was the sort of reason behind that slow start? You just seem to be, they seem to have much more energy than you, and you seem to be off.
Yes, we haven't matched up well tactically until they were punishing us a lot, especially with Matt and Mbeumo, and until we haven't really put the duels that were better for us. I think Alex Jimenez has played really well, defending with Amad almost like a fullback, but then being very dangerous offensively also. But it has cost us, especially me, 15 minutes until all the matchups were good for us, no? And for that moment we were already losing 1-0.
And I mean, to start the second half as he did and take the lead as he did again, obviously Evanilson getting his first goal since August. You must have been really pleased with him, but also the start from the team. Yeah,
we've scored 4, we conceded 4. From the positive side, also the offensive players have scored. No, Evanilson has scored, Junior Kroupi has scored, and Antoine tough players that we need them, no, to be there in the score sheet, and I think it's good for their confidence. Obviously, we need to look at the goals also we conceded, no, especially the second one. I think is very sloppy from outside. The corner is. The header, I think, is too soft. Our marks, even it's not a great header, but we concede a goal. And after I complained about the third goal, I don't think it's never a handball from Adam. It's the shoulder, but it's true that after Bruno scores an incredible goal.
And with the second goal, you said,
yes,
great goal. Petrovic presumably feels he can do better with that.
Yes, I think so. We were talking to him, and probably he feels he could, but it's a difficult one. Now you see like in slow motion and he's there and could save it. Yes, but everything happens very quickly, and you know the reaction. I think it's like the big chance we had from Brooksy, the header. I think Lamens, he puts the leg straight away. It's a reflex thing. He saves it, but sometimes it's a matter of nothing.
And just on the character of the team, obviously, to go ahead at 3-2 and then go behind at 4-3 to then get yourselves back in it at 4-4, you must have been really pleased with how they responded to that.
Yes, I think for both teams. Also, they've gone behind and they've reacted, and I think we've gone behind more, I would say. But I think has been both teams quite open. We were taking risks from the beginning, leaving spaces behind. You never expect this kind of game, but it could happen, no? Because both teams, I think we are, especially this season, we are having chances. We are also conceding goals, and for us, I repeat, it's not a lot, 1 point. I feel like from Chelsea and United, 2 good performances overall and 2 points is not a lot, but I think we can use a lot of things now and try to get the 3 points in the next one.
Just funny for me on Tyler Adams. How was he first off, and how much did that sort of disrupt you in the early stages?
I think it's the worst news from the game, definitely. I think he is the knee twist. The knee is not. I think it's just the MCL. But we have to check him and see if it's just a small sprain or something bigger. is a clear play. Obviously, it's not what you want. I think it was second or third minute. To lose a player like Tyler for us is massive, especially when you don't have Lewis Cook suspended. So Alex Scott again, like against Chelsea, has to play in that holding midfielder position, and I think he has done it really well. But it's bad news for us because Tyler is massive for us.
Yeah. Thank you. Andoni, you mentioned the tactical tweak you made in the first half. Were you surprised at all by how United sat up today, or maybe by how far Amad had pushed up? It felt like more 4-4-2.
No, I think it's the same system they always play, but they adapt depending who you put to mark them. At the end, it's a very flexible system, you know. Depending the players, the outside players, depending if you mark them with a fullback, they will go lower. If you mark them with a winger, they will go higher. And it's also the positions in the middle, 6-8, Casemiro, Bruno, even us with Tav, Tyler, we were changing 2 against 2, but it's not 2 against 2, you know, there are different. And until we haven't matched up well for us, I think we suffered in this first 15, 20 minutes, something like this. And after, I think when we put Alex there, helping Adrian in that side, I think we felt much more solid without the ball. And when you feel solid, normally you attack also better. No, but it's true that has cost us some minutes, yes.
Mr. Iraola, Antoine Semenyo gets a goal today after breaking a little dry spell. What did you make of his performance?
Antoine is playing well. The other day he scored also disallowed by nothing, offside. I think he's been a threat for us. Today he showed also personality, good aerially, winning duels, and I think he's in a good moment. I don't analyze Antoine just because he hasn't scored last, I don't know how many games. I think it's about team performance, how much he helps us, and the same with all the others. Evanilson had scored just 1 goal before today, but he was playing well and he was being a threat, and we trust him, and he's the same, yes.
What would you say your attack's greatest strength is at this point?
Sorry?
What would you say your greatest strength is when you attack?
Greatest strength, I don't know. I think we are a team that normally creates chances. Not this season, not normally. The time I've been with this team, we create chances. It's true that we focused this season more in our defensive side because we basically changed all the defense and the keeper. So we've probably emphasized more in things that we could see today. No, we need to improve and we need to become definitely more solid. But I wouldn't like to lose the offensive threat that we've always had.
Yeah. Andoni, I think there were a couple of times in this game where a goal was scored when you had a player ready to make a change inside. Yes. When a game is changing so quickly and so often like that, how hard is it to keep focus on what you want from your team? And sometimes you feel like just letting them get on with it.
Yes, it has happened also against and for. Against because we conceded and we were thinking in doing a sub, and also I think the 3-2 or the 4-4 maybe we were going to do 1 sub, and then we decided to change it, and you have to adapt very quickly to the changes because it's not the same scenario when you are losing that you are drawing, and I think it has happened the same for United because when you are losing they have to put very offensive players, and then this system doesn't work because now you are ahead and you have to adapt. But it has been this kind of game, crazy game. I think even in the stoppage time, we were having the chances, but then if you lose the ball, you feel, okay, they are going to come here 3 against 3 in behind, and it has been this kind of games, yes. It's difficult to explain.
Can you enjoy it, though, when you run this kind of app?
I've enjoyed it. They always say the managers don't enjoy 4-4s, and I know we've made mistakes, but also there are moments where I prefer 4-4 than 0-0, actually, yes, even if it's the same point. I prefer because at the end is the same, so it gives us things to improve, yes, definitely, but also things that I think we can use positively.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.